So in this video, we're going to show you how to fix the odometer that cuts on and off. Seems like it works when it wants to. And we're going to walk you through the steps it takes to adjust your shift linkage or gear shift indicator.
Welcome back to EZ Auto Repairs. If you're new here, this channel is all about helping you save money by showing you how to tackle simple car repairs yourself. Stick around and let's get started.
First, we're going to start by removing this panel. Alright, once we get that out of the way, we're going to move the headlight switch. If you see that little slot, we're just going to reach in there with the screwdriver and pry it out. So now that we got the headlight switch, we're going to go ahead and pull out these 7mm bolts. You got one here, two on this side, and then you got the 3 up top. Alright, now we got all the screws out. We'll go ahead and pop this center piece off. Now that we got that out of the way, looks like we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 more bolts. So let me go ahead and get them out and I'll get back to you. Alright, so all the screws are removed. Now we can go ahead and just pull this out. First thing we're going to want to do is remove this indicator here. It's got 2 locking tabs. Probably going to need 2 hands to remove that. Alright, so I went ahead and pushed the 2 tabs in. Now I can pull this out of the way. That should give us the room we need now to go ahead and pull it out. Alright, so once you get the instrument cluster out, you got 2 connectors on the back. You want to go ahead and unplug the red one or the black connector, and then that'll give you room to slide over and get the white connector. I think the first thing we're going to start with, we're going to remove this cover off, get to the circuit board so we can fix the issue with the odometer going in and out. There's like 7 screws. We're going to go ahead and remove them out. Now that we got the cover off, we're going to go ahead and unplug this connector here. Alright, so basically what I did was just kind of rock it side to side until it pulled off. Now we're just going to go ahead and pop this circuit board out. So the circuit board itself was pretty easy to take off. You just have to pull it straight up, get it off these little tabs right here. Alright, so this is the circuit board as it sits on the back of the cluster. Once you remove it, you're just going to want to flip it over. And the problem solder joint is going to be, and if you can see right there, you can see where the solder is loose, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that with the little solder. Alright, so that's the final result. Put a little bit more than I wanted to, but it should be a good solid fix. So on this circuit board, I do have 2 light bulbs that are out. You just grab it with some pliers, carefully twist it out. And that's it. But it's burned out. But anyways, we're going to do another video replacing the bulbs. So when it comes to changing the bulbs out, you just twist these little sockets out, and then once you get them out, the bulb just fits in. Not sure what kind of bulbs they are. I had this spare instrument cluster that I took them out of. Alright, now you definitely don't want to forget to plug the connector in. You just want to make sure to put it down straight so you don't bend any of the pins. And then just click it into place. Now we'll go ahead and restart the assembly and verify that it is fixed. So one of the other things I want to do while we got it took apart, you see how the gear shift indicator is not lining up apart. I just want to go ahead and make an adjustment on that. So that's working. We're going to go ahead and pull this bottom panel off. That way we can get to the adjustment screw. Alright, to do so, we got a 7mm right here. We got another one right here. Once you remove the fuse box cover, we got one right here. And then we will have to remove these 2. Alright, now that we got all the screws out, go ahead and pop out on these, pull these little tabs out. May have forgot one more screw. Yep. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and pull these 2 8mm bolts out. Alright, now I'm going to try to get a view of the adjustment. You see, let's see. This is our shift indicator cable right here. You just follow it up. Let's see. That right there is going to be the adjustment wheel. So we're basically just going to tighten up the cable until this is sitting even with the part. Alright, so once I got it out here to where I can see it, this piece is broke off the adjustment thing. Let's see. So it's supposed to basically fit in between there, so as you adjust it, it keeps tension on the outer cable. So that's how it's supposed to fit on there, but it's broke. And I thought I had another one that would fit, but it's different. So what I'm going to do is a temporary fix. I'm going to measure the distance between here and there. And then I'm going to cut a little spacer out. Of course, this ain't a permanent fix, but if it's your own vehicle and you want the gear shift indicator to work, then it could be a temporary fix. So with the spacer in there, we're in park, reverse, neutral, drive, second, and first. It's not 100%, but it's better than it was. Like I said, it's just a temporary fix anyways. Alright, now that we got the cluster back in and plugged in and everything, I don't have the bolts in yet, but I'm just going to turn the key on, make sure everything works. Alright, so everything's back together. As you can see, the gear shift indicator is working now. Now, as far as the odometer, I'm going to have to go out and drive it and see, because it always works until it gets hot. But I'll get back with you and let you know how it does. So ever since the repairs, everything seems to be doing good. Haven't had any issues at the odometer. Gear shift indicator still working properly. So everything seems to be good. I hope this video helps.